Welcome to the Morning Report, a production of fightbackmedia.com, the #1 source of urban conservative information in America.
Well, good morning and welcome to the Morning Report. My name is Willie Lawson. The Morning Report is a production of fightbackmedia.com, fightbackmedia.com, and fightbackmediatv.com. We trust that you are well. Today, real quick, I just want to mean it's a real quick hitter. And a lot of videos on TikTok saying that there's no way that they would certify the election and Trump knows it and he's done and all. I really don't get it. I really don't understand some of y'all. I really don't understand where you are in your headspace. Are you really that upset? Are you really that bothered? Are you really, or are you just trying to get attention? I'd like to know. Go ahead and leave a comment in the comments if you're one of those people who are wondering. I'm wondering, quite frankly, are you okay, or are you faking it? I hope that you're faking it because I really hope that you're okay. The idea that this election wouldn't be certified, and at the end of yesterday, Kamala Harris would be president. Frankly, I think the left screwed themselves a little bit. The hurdle that you had to get over to say, hey, we want to challenge this election results got more difficult. Got a lot more difficult. Before you needed, and I thought this was a pretty high bar. You needed a congressperson and a senator from a state to say, "Hey, we're challenging the results of our state." I think that's a pretty high bar, really. But now you need, like, I don't know, a bunch of people. The bar is much higher, and so it was really hard for any of the anybody from California or wherever, or New York or Illinois, to actually challenge the results of the election. And it's interesting. I think it's interesting that I haven't seen anybody blame Kamala Harris because, frankly, just like, listen to me carefully, listen to the words that are coming out of my mouth, just like Michael Pence some 4 years ago, the only thing that they could do is to follow the procedure. If indeed there aren't challenges brought, the vice president can't bring their own challenges. Can't do it. And there were no challenges brought in the 2020 election. Frankly, I think that there was some shenanigans, and I hate to use that word because shenanigans seems almost like playful. There was some criminal activity, my opinion. But there's no criminal activity this time for sure. The final result, if you hadn't heard, was it is Donald Trump with 312 electoral votes, Kamala Harris with 226. The line to gain, I've been watching a lot of football lately, was 270. That's all there is to it. So Donald Trump, whether you like it or not, Donald Trump is your president. Donald Trump will take the oath of office for the second time and become the 45th and the 47th president of the United States on January 20th, which is, look at my calendar here, which is 13 days from now. And that's just how it is. Now, the left always talks about, actually everybody just talks about that we need this peaceful transfer of power. And frankly, there's little peaceful about it. Because in order for a president who had been elected from campaign promises and the like to affect their agenda, they need the right people in place. They need their Secretary of State. They need they need judges. They need people in the Department of Justice and all these things. Secretaries in the Department of Defense and all those things. You need to bring in their own staff. And here's how it becomes not the peaceful transfer of power. When one side decides, no, we're just not going to approve. We're not going to approve any of your nominees. We're not. Hedges, nah, forget it. Rubio, forget it. Pam Bondi, forget it. So if those things don't happen, then that peaceful transfer of power doesn't happen. You get where I'm going with this, right? So my thought for you is this. Now that we have hopped over this hurdle, the election has been certified, the inauguration is in 13 days, we need to change our focus to making sure that all the Congress critters make sure that the Trump nominees get confirmed. Because without all the right people in place, things can't happen. And this is what the guts of Project 2025 is all about. Making sure you have the right people. It was really about eliminating, to a large degree, the deep state. Now, I know that some of you only read about Project 2025 on TikTok. I know. I don't know. Silly people like me actually downloaded the stupid thing and read it. And a lot of it was dry. I mean, dry. Super dry. But the gist of it was making sure that you had the right people in the right place to make sure that your agenda could actually be carried out, and that you wouldn't be submarined, by people who are supposed to be helping you carry out the agenda that you were elected to do, which is the deep state's biggest accomplishment, being able to stop the agenda of presidents and to be able to stop the agenda of the American people, the bureaucrats, the unelected bureaucrats who become roadblocks. And the best way to do that is to make sure your people are in place. That only makes sense. The election has been certified. 312 to 226. Trump wins. Trump is your president. My name is Willie Lawson. The Morning Report is a production of fightbackmedia.com, 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 and fightbackmediatv.com. Until we see you again, go out there and learn something, love somebody, and for goodness sakes, y'all take care of yourself. We will see you when we see you. Bye-bye now.